Okay, I am making Bittermelon oil. So this is the Bittermelon. This is the small one. It does go yellow when it's ripe. Just making sure you can see that. So we just pulled this tree down because we've had heaps of it. I'm chopping it up and I'm putting it in a big jar full of olive oil. So I was researching this. I actually put it in because my mum has diabetes, so I thought it would help with that, because in most literature I've read, it's been about helping keep blood sugar down. But when I was researching it, I came across a study. It was an animal study, which is a bit crap, where they hurt mice basically. They cut a little hole in the backs of mice between their shoulder blades, and they made it so just a little surface wound. Terrible, really. And they used Bittermelon and olive oil in one example, or just olive oil in another example, and another pharmaceutical drug, I think it was, in another one, to go against each other. And hands down, the one that was the Bittermelon and the olive oil just healed it up really fast. And the one with just olive oil healed it up pretty quick. And the one which was the pharmaceutical, which I will put a name up on the screen, and I'll put a link to the study if you want to look at it. The pharmaceutical didn't do that great in healing the wound. Just, again, a surface wound. And they did it per week. And, yeah, it was really, really interesting. So I figure I'm not going to let those poor little rats be hurt for no reason. I'm going to introduce that into my clinic and hopefully help a lot of people and animals with healing wounds. So this is my third batch of this I've actually done. Just grabbing some of these seeds out so we can replant in a different place. I actually did most of this yesterday, but we were just pulling the rind out and found some more. So stick them in here as well. So really easy. It's quite simple. So growing your Bittermelon, and let me grab a spoon. So growing your Bittermelon and then chopping it up and putting it in good quality olive oil. There is a question in my mind was whether I should let it dry out first, because when you put fresh products into oil, you have the water component, which can make it go moldy and that quickly. So unless there's a bit future, or in the future, 3 months on, this video is still up and something bad has happened with it, I'll let you know, give it an update. Otherwise, what I assume and what I've done in the past with other things is just making sure that all of the Bittermelon is covered, and to open it up and keep an eye on it really regularly, just to let that water come up to the surface and evaporate. So I already have a really good wound healing blend that I make, which is amazing, that I put flower essences in, as well as comfrey, calendula, rosehip, and a couple of other things in it, different essential oils. So I already have that, and it's really exceptional, especially with the flower essences in it. I use it a lot because I do a lot of pre and post surgery with clients. So it's really, really good because the body doesn't like to be cut. So it'll be interesting to add this to that mix and just see the results that I'm getting, if it makes it any better, or yeah. But as I said, I have yet to use it. I'll show you some of my earlier batches. So that's nice and well covered. I'm sure you can see that. Let's come up a bit closer. My kitchen's in the middle of being renovated. Within a week, we will have new tiles, which is awesome. So just made sure that it's covered with the olive oil. I've got it labelled. I labelled it yesterday, so I put the date on it. Date that I did it, which was yesterday. Bittermelon fresh in olive oil. So I will cover this. Beautiful, beautiful oil. We'll stick that on the shelf, and I'll show you. There's a couple here I've done. So this is a Bittermelon that I did on the 17th. What's today? So that was 11 days ago I did this one. But let's just see if it has gone funky. You can definitely see the colour change. Can you see that? So this is a lot yellower. That's still that nice, fresh, bright green of the Bittermelon. And that's... Let's open it up. This will be the first time I've opened it. So what I've tried to do with this one is try to take the oil right to the top. So this was nothing else had been in this. So some of those orange bitters are usually orange, I find, have come right to the surface. Assuming that's it. There's no water that I can see on the top. So see if we can look at it this way. See if there's any water. We see it better through the camera. My eyes are getting bad. So it actually looks really good. So that's 11 days. Close that one up. So just while we're on the topic of oils, so this was, I grow ashwaganda or ruthenia, grow heaps of it. So usually use it in a tincture, but Matthew Wood, who I study with, always says, or often says, how good it is, especially in oil. So this is actually one of those times where I didn't label it. So I have got no idea. When would I have done that? So I came in, so I would have done this in November. And it smells like a woody chocolate. It's quite interesting. Very ashwagandha smell actually, but a little bit milder. So it'll be interesting to see how to take this, because as a powder, as a tincture, or in a tea, it's quite easy to take, whereas I'm not sure if it has many topical applications, which I'll go and have a bit of a research. But yeah, so this will be in a coming video. We'll do a lot more about this, about using it in oil instead of the other ways. What else can I show you? Pretty much it, I think. Oh yeah, just a sneak peek. So this floor is about to be, it's all been ripped up. I'll be seeing this in another video, but I get the tiles today, so within the next couple of weeks my kitchen will no longer have this lovely 70s lino. It will have a beautiful tile like parquetry, and we're putting in the oven. We've moved the oven from here where I've now got my fridge. We're putting it in there, so thankfully my dad's an electrician and I used to be, so today we'll take it through the wall, through the ceiling, down over to the power point over there, then into here, so we can turn the oven off. Just a side note. Okay, thanks guys.